Uh, and it really bothers me a lot because when I was younger, I was sexually assaulted. So, I don't want that happening to anybody, especially a little kid. So the reason I'm telling you all this is because you might not think that you want to volunteer your time, but for example, the churches, they've got to get the young people back into church. Well, how do you get young people to come back into church? They don't want to be preached at. They don't want to, be sitting through boring Bible classes. Well, the one way you get them back into church is with really cool books that they learn and go over. So there's going to be a lot more books being written by children's authors. Another way you get them back in is music. Melissa of freedomforce.live, she has hours of scripture set to little catchy tunes that she recorded for Awana, which is my daughter did that briefly, which is like learning. It's like she did it for. It's a club for girls, but a Christian club. So that's one way to get kids being musical, getting them to explore their musical talents, their artistic talents. Having it be that the church is not sitting there empty all week and waiting for people to come on Saturday or Sunday or once a week Bible class, that you have the churches that are already built and empty, and this is a situation in Europe as well, being used for other purposes, such as teaching English, such as therapy and healing, such as children's classes. I have a relative in Holland that made a business out of conducting enrichment for kids. And she had such a big heart, and she's such a wonderful person and a good artist as well. I miss you. Anyway, the churches are really key in this, but the churches are having trouble paying their bills, especially here in California, because unless you have a super huge congregation, you can't afford to pay a pastor the salary that they would need to be a pastor. So what's the answer? Well, I've got the answer for that, and I'm going to be talking to more and more churches because I want to be that person that's the liaison or tells them about it. But they probably don't need me. They can just, find out about it in other ways. But the whole idea is that you can sponsor your causes, you can sponsor your church, you can have extra money for your own endeavor, whether it be a trip or a car or college education, through what I am working on right now. And I think it's the solution. I know it's a solution. It's just that it's going to take more businesses getting involved and being part of it. And one of the things that I suggested to Mike Lindell, since he's been messed over by these retailers that decided not to take his product, or there's more to it than that. Let's go on frankspeech.com so you can hear what Mike says about it. I played a bit of it a little while ago. There's more to that story, but it's definitely retribution by these leftist, evil people. And, I don't want to buy anything from people that I think are disgusting and immoral and vicious and working for the cabal. So that's it. We're going John Galt. And John Galt. And if you don't know who that is, read Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand. Or watch the movie if you're more into visual stuff. But anyway, Mike Lindell, I suggested to him to don't be worried about having it in these stores. I don't think people are going to the big department stores anymore or the big box stores, whatever. I think people just are staying at home because they're afraid, but also because they want to be, I don't want to be out in the crowds when you don't know if some, crazy person is going to come in there with a gun or they're going to be sick or whatever. I mean, so people are shopping from home a lot more. So what I said to Mike Lindell, and I hope he listens to me, is to develop a reward system for reps so that they can earn money by, promoting the products that he's selling. And it has to be probably like a catalog type of situation. And it depends. Like if you're really into kids things, then you rep those products. If you really like I love flowers and gift baskets. I wish that I could promote them all the time. So you could sell those products. But you set it up so that there's a reward system, and like the way it was when I did another work from home business a long time ago. Well, it was easy to get people willing to have, home parties, kind of like, you've heard of party lights. I didn't do that, but someone I knew did that as a side job. But it was easy to get business because there was rewards in it for the person who would host the party. And house parties are going to be more and more common because it's a great way to have fellowship and have socialization. I mean, I really like that aspect of it. But so you have a house party, and that you say to the hostess, if you get if you get orders tonight from the catalog or from the things we have with us, if your sales are $500, you get one free product and of your choice, or you get the special at for free, and you get another product at half price. Or it's set up in tiers, TIERS, so that you can incentivize the hostess or the host to get more orders gathered, and then you ship it to that one person, that hostess, and they are responsible for delivering it. And you can obviously show that the products were ordered, the items were ordered, and they were shipped to the hostess. And it's up to her then. So you don't have as much of an expense because you're not shipping it to all these different addresses. Or you could do it that they ship to the address. I have drop shippers that I use, really good ones that make good products at a fair price. And, I also, know that it can be done. It's just that with the shipping prices being so high, it makes it problematic. Because, people aren't stupid. They know that, it doesn't cost $50 to make a glass, or whatever it is you're buying. But so I said to Mike Lindell, you've got these machines and you've got the material for pillows and sheets. Well, start thinking about making teddy bears. And the teddy bears are for the kids that have been rescued, but it's also a good way, an item for fundraising, especially if you have them be customizable. And also for the, people are, think about the things you buy in the course of a month. You have a kid, your kid tells you he's got a birthday party to go to. Well, you need a present, right? So problem, you order it from your, from your Mike Lindell store. You have a wedding, you have an anniversary, someone's retiring. It's always someone's sick in the hospital. My husband was at the Lost Abbey a couple of days ago, last Friday, and his friend suddenly looked strange, and he didn't have a stroke or a heart attack, but the ambulance, to their credit, first responders came within 10 minutes. But, you go to visit someone in the hospital, you need flowers. You need flowers for that birthday present. So it's always these things that we're all buying every day anyway. So the idea is that you make it so that you know who you're getting it from. It's helping patriotic companies and businesses, and that it's high quality and good, and that you feel good about it. And with my affiliation, it's actually healthy, natural for you, effective, patented products that are good for you as well as for using in your home. And we make our own circle, Encircle Us, and it solves the problem. And when these companies that have done this to us by what they did with the jab, part of it, if you haven't figured it out, part of it was to decide. The globalists want to decide who gets to be a player and who gets to be put out of business. And that because Mike Lindell, he's not even a righty or a lefty. He's just a normal person in the middle. Because Mike Lindell was pro-Trump, because Trump was trying to turn our country around. They decided to squash Mike Lindell, and that's really what it comes down to. He has a promo code. I think it's L77, I think. But he spends a lot on advertising, and he could recoup what he's been spending on advertising if he listens to what I'm saying, which he's a very successful man, so I don't know why he listened to me. But right now, Friends Beach, you go over there, they've got My Pillow slippers, and they're very special slippers, and then they retail for a lot because they're very custom, very very well made. Put it that way. And they're on sale for $49.98. It's promo code S like Frank, S like Sam 9. And he also has a buy one get one on pillows and bed sheets. The Giza Elegance towel sets. Code S like Frank, S like Sam 7. And my little Rembrandt came to visit. Rembrandt's my colleague, in case you don't know. So, help out Mike Lindell, because he's a Paul Revere and a patriot, and we need more men and women like him. All right, I can't get this to play. I don't know why it's saying Ratatouille. I think it has to do with the character in Ratatouille. I think being Remy or something. Rembrandt, my dog, is named after the painter, the Dutch painter, but also we call him Remy, but REM, we call him REM sometimes too. That's rapid eye movements. And that's what we've got going on right now, on rapid eye movements. and you could also say it ties into Remington. Remington was a gun manufacturer in New York State, and they were sued out of business by one stupid leftist who, claimed that well, that's a whole other story. I want to make sure I have my facts straight on that. But Remington guns and Rembrandt, and that's partly why